Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. This is a translation of a dars given by Imam Rashid Sahib. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammadin kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. In the life of a believer, Salat has a very fundamental place. The Holy Prophet ﷺ has said that the distinction between a believer and non-believer is their Salat. And with reference to Salat, when we study the traditions, so many traditions come before us. It is as if our beloved Lord and Master, the Holy Prophet ﷺ, has not left any aspect of different things related to Salat unexplained. Many different aspects of this is mentioned. Many different instructions in this regard are found. In one tradition, the Holy Prophet ﷺ says, As-salatu imadu deen, that Salat is the pillar of faith, and this sheds light on how important it is when we build places, when we build homes. We make the pillars, and on which the whole house is founded, and on the pillars the roofs they support the roofs as well. So if anyone's life does not have the pillar in, then he does not have a proper life. And in this regard, one of the aspects is the importance of performing ablution before Salat. The Holy Prophet ﷺ says in a tradition that the key to Salat is purity and cleanliness. Therefore, in this regard, a tradition will be presented today by Imam Sahib, and this is from Bukhari. And Hazrat Usman Zanho, at one occasion, he asked for some water, and first 3 times he washed his hands, and then with his right hand he took the water in his hand, and he cleaned his mouth 3 times, and then 3 times he cleaned his face properly, and then he cleaned his arms up to the elbows, which means including the elbows, and then after that he rubbed his hand on his head, and then he washed his feet, and including the ankles, and it's also wrong to keep the heels dry. They should be completely cleaned. So after performing this ablution, the Usman Zanho, therefore, in this way, he actually showed them how to perform ablution, so they would be completely clear on how to do ablution, so there would be no aspect, no confusion left in it whatsoever. And then he said that remember that the man who does his ablution the way I have just shown you, and then he stays away from any evil thoughts, and then he offers 2 rakat of optional prayer, then all of his previous sins are forgiven. So this lets us know that the Holy Prophet ﷺ's companions were very desirous of conveying all the things that they had learned from the Holy Prophet ﷺ to their companions, and to do so very clearly. So in this tradition, the whole Hazrat Usman Zanho showed his companions how to perform ablution properly. So Imam Sahib is saying that all the different things which are found in traditions, which we have all the good practices, such as how to perform ablution, how to pray, how to what's the proper way of eating, etc. The Islamic manner should be taught by parents to their children by acting upon themselves in front of the children. The next tradition is reported by Hazrat Abu Hurairah Zanho, and he said at one occasion, the Holy Prophet ﷺ addressed the companions and said, "Shall I not tell you that through which Allah erases sins and Allah exalts the status of a person?" This is an aspect of the character of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that he would, time to time, he would instruct his companions, and often it was a very blessed manner, that blessed style, that he would sometimes ask questions of the companions, that should I not do this? It was not that he wanted to seek permission. This was his mission, that he was to give guidance, but sometimes in order to alert the audience and in order to get their full attention, he would ask them that I want you to hear this clearly. So he would ask them, "Should I not tell you this?" So the companions responded that, "Yes, please, definitely tell us." The Holy Prophet ﷺ said that there are many things which gives man extraordinary reward from Allah, and Allah forgives their sins, and one of them is that if one is feeling weak and he doesn't feel like getting up from sleep and performing their ablution, so he feels a bit lazy from doing that, and he feels hesitant. And despite that, if someone gets up and performs their ablution, then this is something which is extremely rewarding. So sometimes when the water is cold, we don't feel like getting up and performing ablution. So if someone does their ablution properly and completes every aspect of it, and while he does not feel like doing that, then this act will result in a huge reward from Allah. And the second is to walk far towards the mosque. These days Imam Sahib is saying that we have rides to take us there, but sometimes the distance makes people think that it will take a long time if they have to walk, etc. So the person who has to come from far away, this is also something with extremely pious act, and has a lot of reward. The next matter the Holy Prophet ﷺ told us was that if someone is so attached to the mosque, he feels so attached to the mosque that his heart remains in the mosque, and he after one salat he is waiting for the next one. So this sheds light on the state of the heart of the believer who loves praying in the mosque. So this is something which has rabat, which means it is making stations at the boundaries, or guards, making guards stand at the boundary of our lives. So if we make these guards stand on the boundary of our souls, then it stops the attacks of Satan, and one is protected from sins, and one is protected from any evil thoughts from the Satan. And the Holy Prophet ﷺ repeated this twice. It says in this tradition, this is also a style of his advice, that if somebody says something once, some people may hear or not hear, but the Holy Prophet ﷺ, on certain occasions, he would repeat something, and this would tell the people that this is something which has extraordinary importance. So everything that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has taught us is done in a very loving and kind manner, and in a repeated manner as well sometimes. May Allah enable us to act upon these, and may Allah enable us to spread these matters to other people as well, so that they may also benefit from it. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.